Good afternoon, everyone. I usually come to you with Miz in the midday during the week. I will have another video later this week. The Miz's picks. I recommend you watch that. I give you the best picks. I forecast the spreads on 5 to 6 games, usually including the 2 New York teams. But today I wanted to talk about something else. There's a couple of topics in Giants lands. The Giants is 2-0. Okay? The Giants are 2-0. Some fans are getting ahead of themselves. Me, I'm going to stay humble. I'm excited. I'm happy about the 2 wins. There's a lot to clean up. And there's a lot of growth to be had in this team. But it doesn't take away that the Giants are 2-0. And we're off to our best start in 6 years. And when you've been losing the way we've been losing, you can't help but be excited. And I understand people jumping ahead. This Monday night is a trap game. Some people aren't thinking that way. They think it's a given. They think the Giants are winning the game. They're a home game playing the Dallas Cowboys. We owe them one. They don't have Dak. Their O-line is a mess. And we're getting back Azeez and a monster, Kayvon Thibodeaux, a guy we all are excited to finally see. And you know he could put a stamp on his career in the fourth quarter of this game Monday night. Right off the bat, he could start his career with a monster play that could put a game away. We have closers for the fourth quarter, Azeez, Kayvon Thibodeaux, and we've developed Ward and have totally developed Ximenez, man. I gotta tip my cap to this coaching staff and what they've done with Ximenez. The guy's a factor, and none of us saw it coming. And I respect the 2 games he's had. He's played a major role. And I love it. We have real coaching. We have a real GM. We have development of players. Something we haven't seen in years. In years. I'm talking about 7, 8, 9 years. We are developing young kids. And there's a lot more to come. Kayvon Thibodeaux looks strong today. The man, you could tell, is a leader. We haven't had a verbal leader in a long time. And I cannot wait to see this guy play football. To me, once in the blue, I will point out a lock future star. And this kid Thibodeaux has it written all over him. And the leadership he brings by his play and his mouth. We haven't had that in a long time. He embraces being here, and you gotta love that, man. You gotta love that. Look. There's a lot going around today about Kenny Golladay. We all know that we wish we weren't stuck in the $72 million contract, but it is what it is. Alright? The man is here. We ain't going to be able to get rid of him this year, most likely. And look, put yourself in Kenny Galladay's shoes. If you were Kenny Golladay and you're coming to New York as what's supposed to be a star wide receiver, a number 1, a big physical wide receiver, and you haven't been used, and then last week you didn't even get to play. You watched some rookie play and take your spot. How would you feel? I'm going to be real. He won't be here next year. That being said, he's here now. We're 2-0. We need some production down the field. The man wants to play football. Yo, if you don't want to be here, you could get the hell out of here. If you don't want to be here, you could go. We'll send you home. We pay you the money to sit home on your fucking couch. But no, he wants to be there. And he wants to play. And I'm going to tell you right now, we need to see a lot more out of Daniel Jones. They're going to have to take off the handcuffs at some point, and I think it's going to be this Monday night. In order to win this game, you're not going to be able to manage your way through and win the game 17-14. I don't think so. I think you're going to have to, at some point in this game, drop Daniel Jones back and let him throw the ball down the field. And that's where Kenny Golladay comes in. I think you could use Kenny Golladay tonight. Monday night. Take a few shots down the field. When you're inside the 20 and you recover a fumble like last week, let Jones take a shot to the end zone. You didn't allow him to shoot the ball to the end zone at all. And the guy to throw to on a one-on-one down the sideline is Kenny Golladay. Daniel Jones has to find a way to have some confidence in him. Regardless if he's shown you the reason or not. The man's talking about he wants the ball and he wants to play. So I'm going to say, tonight, you got one chance to prove it. Show me. Show me why I should put you on the field. Show me why I should throw you a couple of balls deep down the field during the football game. When you get inside the red zone on Monday night, I want Jones to take one shot to Golladay. Just loft the ball in the air into the back corner of the end zone. It won't be perfect, and it don't have to be accurate. Put it somewhere where only Golladay can jump up and get it, or nobody gets it. And let's see. Because I think you could gain a lot out of Golladay getting a touchdown or a big pass down the field on Monday night. Out of him personally for the rest of the season. We can amend a lot of the bullshit that's going on, and it's just, that's what it is. It's bullshit. You know, so I'm going to make a prediction. This Monday night, Kenny Golladay is going to score his first touchdown as a New York Giant. You heard it here from the Miz. That's a Miz lock. Okay? This Monday night, Kenny Golladay catches his first touchdown as a New York football Giant. He's going to have an impact on this game, is what I'm trying to say, basically. That's a prediction, and that's a feeling I get. And a lot of times when I feel something, it happens. Regardless whether people out there like it or not. We're going into a tough game with the Cowboys. It's early in the week. I usually don't go into this early in the week. I'll probably talk about it towards Friday when I do my pick segment. But this is a prove-it game to me. Some people out there, they're already believers. I get it. Your heart wants to believe. We've been dying for this for years. We yearn for winning. Your heart believes the Giants are going to make a run this year. They're going to go 3-4-0. They're going to win 11 games. Yo, I'm as big a fan as they come. And usually I'm one of the biggest homers as well. But right now I know this is a young team. And I know this season's about one thing. Growing. Growing to become something real next year. I ain't going into the whole Daniel Jones thing and who's quarterback next year. It's too early in the season. I'm not going there. And I ain't going to disrespect the guy. I'm going to pull for him. He's wearing a Giants uniform. Regardless of what I think the future holds. But for this week, one game at a time. Because the Giant fans are kind of running ahead to week 6 and 9 and 11. But we ain't fucking good enough to run ahead to anywhere. And the word should never be used. We ain't good enough yet. 2-0, 2 tight wins, that's great. But you know what you're watching. I don't care what people say. You could say what you want. You could be as positive as you want. And I'm positive most of the time also. But I keep it real. And right now I gotta keep it real. This Monday night, to me, is a trap game. You guys don't use the word trap because we haven't been anywhere near relevant enough to play in a trap game. for the last 5 years. So guess what? For the first time in 5 or 6 years, the New York Giants are playing in a trap game Monday night. A trap game is when you're looking ahead, when you already think you're good enough to chalk this up as a win, and it's one of those weird spots where you get caught. You make mistakes and you beat yourself. Like, I don't care. You can hate the Cowboys all you want. They have a real-ass defense with arguably the most vicious defensive player in the NFL. All right? The Parsons is a beast, and the Cowboys have a good day. And Monday night is a trap game because you can easily look ahead to an easy game with the Bears the following week. Easy, they say. Again, I don't think the Giants are at that point where any game can be circled as easy, because other teams are still circling us as wins for them. Yeah, believe it or not. That's the truth. Monday night is the biggest show the country game the Giants have had in 6 years. The league looks at us. We've been duty for 5 years, and they're non-believers right now. The whole country does not believe in the Giants. They say, oh, that's nice. That's cute. The Giants are 2-0. That's so nice for them. But they ain't good, and they ain't going to be nowhere near the end. They're not going to be in the playoffs. People don't take us seriously. They still got the Eagles as the dominating division. The Cowboys are going to survive and get Dak back, and then they're going to roll in the second half of the year. That's what the people around the country believe. To people, the Giants are just a little team that's won a few games, and they're happy for us because they feel bad that we've been such shit and garbage for the last 6 years. They're happy for us. You know what that's called? Pity. Yo, keep it real with yourself. Monday night is a prove-it game. If you already bought in, you're a sucker. Monday night is a prove-it game. Monday night's the type of game that we've watched over the history of the Giants when they're rolling and they're doing good, and then they come home, and it's always at their own home field. They come up against a team, they're favorite by 2.5 points. People think they should win the game because the other team doesn't have their quarterback or some of their players. And we're a little bit hot right now. We're on a roll. And it's the exact type of game where we come out on our home field in front of 89,000 screaming maniacs, the stadium shaking. You got the old school white jersey. It's all set up for a big night for the Giants to prove to the country who we are and that we've arrived. And then we shit the bed. We have a turnover. We fumble a ball. Jones gets sacked. The fumble goes the other way for 6. Right? We miss a field goal. That kind of shit happens to us every year, and we lose a bad game at home. The type of game that gives you a fucking smack back to reality. And that's what I'm being cautious of. So that's why I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I've seen it happen at this exact spot in this exact type of weeks. And it's always in our home building. Always. Even the Super Bowl teams. Remember that game in 2007 when we were rolling and then the Vikings came in and got 5 interceptions and abused us that day on our home field? That was a smack to reality wake-up call. Humble yourself. So what I'm saying about this Monday night, before you guys start guaranteeing and looking ahead to week 6, 5 and 6 with Green Bay and the Ravens, before you even go there, you better handle what's coming up Monday night. And we haven't beaten the Cowboys in a good minute. I don't care who's quartering. Because that quarterback Dallas has, he's not so bad. He can manage a game behind that defense and their running game. And when Leo Williams is not playing, the Dallas is going to look to exploit the run game right up the gut with Pollard and Zeke. And don't think they can't. So just as we were taken lightly the last 2 weeks and we've beaten 2 opponents, especially that Titans game in Tennessee, that's the same way we could come into a game, suddenly have gotten a little bit arrogant about ourselves and get served. So I'm careful for Monday night. I will be going nuts. I am rooting. I believe the Giants play their game and open up the passing attack a little bit. I would like to open the game with running, so that you could open the play action for Jones. Because Daniel Jones only throws well down the field off the play action, and you got to have the running game going first, and that's how it happened in Tennessee. We ran, boom, he hit a couple passes, we ran, play action, he hit Shepard deep. Last week, we couldn't run the ball in the first half, and Daniel Jones struggled to throw. Not all his fault. He missed some guys, but we didn't have the run game, so it became really hard to open up the receivers. So what I'm saying, this Monday night is the biggest prove-it game to me in 6 years. I want to see the Giants go in there, play hard football, and win the game. Prove it to me. Show me this Monday. This is the biggest test for the New York Giants in 6 years, I'm telling you. At home, with the lights on you, and the entire fucking nation's gonna be watching us to see if the Giants are really on their way. Are the Giants on the rise? The country's gonna be watching. And if you have a letdown, don't expect any credit as the season goes on, because all you're gonna hear about is they still couldn't beat the Cowboys. They still can't beat the good teams. They got lucky the first 2 weeks. Those teams were rusty. They weren't ready yet. You're going to hear all this nonsense, and I don't buy into that either. I believe the Giants are moving along. They have a really good coaching staff, and we're headed up for the future. And we may even be a little bit ahead of where we should have been, right? But if you want to stamp yourself as we're going to contend for the NFC East this year, and if not, we're going to be fighting for a wild card in the last week of the season. Go win this home game against the hated Cowboys without their starting quarterback and their half-assed crippled O-line. I don't give a shit if you win 10-7. Go win this game, and I believe we're going to need to throw the ball down the field at some point in this game to win. Win this football game on Monday night, and you'll win over a lot of fans that are still standing on the fence, scared to jump over and start, believing and chanting predictions. Monday night's the night. The New York Football Giants under the lights of the nation. I want you to go and show it to me. I believe in you. I know you could do it. But I ain't going to start making predictions about winning this and winning that, because we haven't won dick shit in 6 years. So you know what? You prove it to me Monday night. I'll be right behind them. This is the night for the Giants to show the country and what all you fans have been waiting for. So we'll find out. Monday night. Are the Giants real this year? Or are the Giants still young and not ready? This was a midday with Miz. And I'm always going to talk my talk. And I keep it as real as it is. And if whoever don't like it out there, I never hid from anyone in life. A matter of fact, I'm a type of guy who embraces the fight.